Yo, welcome to the video. So this is going to be a review of day 32 and day 33. I woke up 212.7. I did not work out on Wednesday. I did not work out on Thursday. So let's just get that out of the way. Yeah, I remember that I made this dinner at night. Protein pasta, barbecue chicken, and vegan Alfredo sauce. It's a real thing and it tastes good. Look at this. Mm. All right, cool. End of day macros is a guesstimate, and I think I ate more than this. Nope, I think that was just it. Yeah. I didn't eat any more after that meal, but I had that craving at midnight, and then I gave in to my cravings. But the win is that I did not give in to ice cream cravings. I woke up at 2:12.5, 8:50 in the morning. I didn't eat until like almost 2 o'clock. I had to go get my AirPods case that I haven't had for 2 weeks because this Uber, whatever, sober me left my AirPods case in an Uber. The guy didn't call me back. The guy didn't return my shit, so I spent $100 something for no AirPods cases. Anyway, can you tell I'm still upset about that? I am not doing CrossFit for the foreseeable future. I'm doing my own shit until this new program comes on Sunday, and I'll be hopefully just doing strictly weightlifting plus some powerlifting. All right, cool. So from here, I started off the day with sumo deadlifts, worked up to 315 for three sets of 8 with a 2-minute rest break. So from here, this is the last set, and then what I wanted to do was see what my form is looking like on the last round. Form is still good. That bitch is heavy. So keep in mind when I'm doing this deadlift, the deadlift is the first exercise I'm doing for the day, and it's also the hardest exercise I'm going to do for the day. It's a compound exercise, and it works more than one muscle at a time, and it works the entire body, mainly the posterior chain, your backside. So your hamstrings, your butt, your back. And the reason why I'm doing sumo versus conventional is because I was doing conventional for a while. My back hurts just because I'm old. And sumo versus conventional is going to work more of your legs and less of your back. You're still working both, but it's just because of the angle that I'm at with my feet and also with my torso and also hinging back and squatting down, it's more with my legs than it is my upper body. So yeah, I'm working on grip, I'm working on my upper back, I'm working on my mid back, I'm working on my lower back, I'm working on my quads, I'm working on my hamstrings, my butt, like everything, and also my patience. It may be yours at this point. Second exercise, seated overhead press with power blocks. I like power blocks because it's adjustable weights, like dumbbells. It's a little bulky. One of my clients said it feels like her hands are in a prison, which I still think it's funny, but it's convenient. It's easier for you to take a pin out and then change the weight versus having to put the weight back and then grab another weight. It's just so much easier, especially if you want to do drop sets. Yeah. Cool. And then this one is kneeling pull downs. Somebody asked me about this exercise on a DM, so I'll do it here and then send her the video. What I would call this is a kneeling cable pull down. So from here, being that my hands are pronated, I'm going to be working more of my lats and my traps. Also, the reason why I'm kneeling and then slightly leaning back is so I can use more of, like, how do I say this? It's a challenge to my core to stay grounded, and it's less about pulling the weight, if that makes sense. If I was sitting down, I can pull a lot more weight because I'm supported, right? I'm just mainly working my lats. Here, when I'm doing this kneeling, it closely resembles if I was doing an actual pull-up and I would have my feet behind me. I don't know about that, the 90 degrees, but in this case, what I'm doing is I'm still trying to, not activate, but I'm trying to keep my core engaged while working on my lats and pulling down. But the biggest difference is, the reason why I like this is because you can't go too heavy and then compensate with like jerking that bitch down or using momentum. So if I was seated, I could pull more, but I probably wouldn't feel this in my core. Now, also with that machine being there, I just think it's just easier and more functional and more convenient to do it with my knees like that, or half kneeling, or I'm trying to think another way that I can still get my core involved. But there's no, like, it's just preference at the end of the day. How do you prefer to work out, and how do you prefer to do an exercise? So when you think about the muscles that you're working, think about it in terms of like, I want to work this muscle in this angle that's most convenient for me, and that's pretty much it. Started off the day with, and I'm an idiot for eating this much food right before my workout. And I didn't take into account like digestion, blah, blah, blah. So I was basically working out fucking bloated and it sucked. But I had my egg omelet with beef bacon and chips. And afterwards, do I have a picture of it? Yeah, afterwards, post workout protein shake from First Form. When I came home, so there's a supermarket on my way home from the train station. So at that spot, I picked up a bunch of shit, just shit that I needed: chicken, ground turkey, Greek yogurt, spinach, onions, egg whites. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And so for this, what was just easy to do is just put, I'm saying, if you do not have an air fryer, please invest in one right now. Stop this video, go on Amazon and get a fucking air fryer, because I was able to make this chicken in 20 minutes while I was doing something else and just leave it in the air fryer. And then when I come back, it's done. So after that, I put the chicken in the vegan Alfredo sauce plus tomato sauce. It was banging. And then protein pasta, spinach, and vegan Parmesan cheese. So that food was banging. And then the cravings hit. I was so tempted to go downstairs and get ice cream as usual, but I promised myself I'm not getting more fucking ice cream for the rest of this challenge. So this is my ice cream substitute. It's Greek yogurt with a bunch of packets of stevia sugar and cinnamon toast crunch. And here's the good and the bad. The good is there's no more sweets left in my crib. The bad is because I finished that whole fucking bag last night. So even after this was done, I still had a little bit more of cinnamon toast crunch. And for me, it's like, if something is in the house, I'm more likely to cheat. So if I want to stop cheating, how can I create friction? How can I create a bigger barrier in order for me to not cheat? Finish the bag, and then don't buy any more fucking bags. You have 3 more weeks on this challenge. Give it 110%. Know that for the end of these 3 weeks that you gave it all that you could, you did the best that you could, and there's nothing that you regret and nothing you could have changed to make it better. So my end of day macros blew through that bitch. So I had a lot of protein, I had a lot of carbs, and a lot of fats. I was definitely not in a calorie deficit because this morning I weighed more. But it would have been way worse if I had the ice cream, if I had cookies along with it, and something else bad. So one thing I do in my Facebook private group is ask the members in the group, what's the win and what's the lesson for yesterday? So the win is I cooked all of, okay, so my camera, the internal temperature is too high, so I'm gonna finish this the rest of my phone. And the win and the lesson is, I'm trying to think of, the win is I went to the grocery store, bought all my food, I'm good to go. And then how do I say this? I guess the lesson was, my willpower is very low, and I don't think rationally when I'm high or when I'm drunk or when I'm like intoxicated, inebriated, whatever you want to call it. But if I am under the influence, then it's very hard for me to make the right decision. So the lesson is you just can't make good decisions when you're not in the right state of mind. And that could be drugs influenced or that could be emotionally influenced, but just getting a better handle on your emotions and not putting yourself in positions to fuck up. So with that being said, if you made it to the end, I want to say thank you so much. I'm sorry for this whole video transition, but keep dreaming, keep believing, keep working, be somebody. Let's fucking get it.